Hello, dear Capricorns. I'm Michaela. Welcome to my channel for Astrology Todayenergy. In this video, we're gonna talk about the forecast, astrological forecast for April for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorns. Now, this is an interesting month, really, because we have two new moons. One of them is a solar eclipse. We have this magical conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. Pluto goes retrograde at the end of the month, so it's really a mixed bag of energies, some more intense, some karmic, and of course we are hoping for the support by the universe. It's important just to keep our own faith. The month kicks off with a new moon on the 1st of April at 11 degrees of Aries. That's your fourth house. New moons usually bring new opportunities, fresh starts, and that's concerning your home and family. Maybe something new happens in the life of your parents, especially if your IC, the cusp, the beginning of your fourth house starts at around 11 degrees of Aries. Maybe some new member of family appears, a child is born, or someone introduces boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe there is a new property or something new, like refreshing your existing property, new tenants or roommates. Of course, I always suggest people to set intentions, write down your wishes on new moon to kind of seed the plants, which later you will watch grow and manifest in your life. But if you forget on this one, you will have a second chance. You see, from 10 o'clock on the 2nd of April to 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd of April, we have the exact conjunction of the Sun and Mercury. Now, ancient astrologers believed that when a planet transits too close to the Sun, it's not feeling very well because it's burned by the rays of the Sun, by this huge, strong energy of our brightest star. But there is an exception, those couple of hours in which the planet seems to be exactly in the middle, in the very center of the Sun. It's like elevating the energies and qualities of the planet. And Mercury talks about our thinking, ideas, planning, communication, learning, mind processes, right? So the time I mentioned is Bulgarian time because I'm located in Sofia, Bulgaria. That's Eastern European time. So you might want to recalculate it for your location, but the hours are important because then, especially if we kind of clean our mind, if we meditate a little bit, if we write down things, then genius insights might come to us, whether in our sleep or while talking with someone. And this might concern exactly your property, family, something from your past, or maybe relocation even abroad. On the 5th of April, Mars conjuncts your ruler Saturn at 22 degrees of Aquarius. Now, Mars will bring you ambitions, passion, drive, motivation, courage. So that's a great day from your perspective. And that's your second house of work and making money, income, budget. So you might combine this fiery energy of Mars and ambition with your natural like endurance and long-term planning and building a base first thing first, to have a solid foundation and be hardworking in order to make some hopefully big income, big money. As well, second house is about self-esteem, so maybe that's boosted too, like your value system, what you value and how you value yourself. The same day, Venus goes into Pisces. That's your third house. So Venus is everything pleasant. It's new friendships. Third house is your local environment, your neighbors, communication with siblings, with family members, like cousins, for example. That can be pleasant and also lucrative. You might get some earnings from social medias, from PR, marketing, trading, as well as third house. So, pleasant communication online, friends online through social medias can come to you, or you can invest money Venus, right, into gadgets, smartphones, laptops, tablets, electrodomestic appliances, stuff like that. And of course, promoting yourself possibly in the social medias. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Taurus. That's your 5th house. So Mercury introduces a lot of communication with your children, really like spending time with children. Maybe you work in a kindergarten, so that's a lot of activities with the kids. Maybe it's talking about you having children, news about pregnancy, meeting romantic partners, 5th house and Mercury. Maybe it's about negotiations in your business, meeting business partners, signing contracts, or receiving some inspirational ideas about your hobbies, about what you really love doing. The same day, though, Saturn, your ruler, is squaring the lunar nodes, north and south one. North node shows our development, future, and south node shows where we come from, our past talents, knowledge, our comfort zone. So it's understandable that when our planet, ruling planet, is in between the nodes, is like on a crossroad. So you might get two offers, or people between whom to choose, or you might feel torn between, like, should I stay or should I go? Yeah, and especially for you, the nodes, well, or this can be about 2nd and 5th house. So it's matters of finances, of hobby and business, and of like budget and children. Maybe it's about like your kids ask you for some money for buying something, or you need to kind of juggle with work and your side job or hobby that you really like doing. On the 12th, we have this beautiful conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune, the rulers of Pisces, in the 23rd degree of Pisces. You can check on my channel. I already have recorded a video about this topic. It's really once in a lifetime event. I hope it will manifest positively for all of us collectively. For you, it's your 3rd house. Jupiter and Neptune, no borders, no boundaries, so they expand everything. And in your case, it's communications, meeting people, interacting with people in social medias, maybe buying some really expensive gadget. 3rd house can be like happiness and cheerful meetings with your siblings and distant family members. Maybe it's about buying a car, bigger car, or make some lovely trip, which will make you very happy, because 3rd house is about vehicles and transportation and travels. And maybe you are enrolling in a course that you always wanted to attend. On the 15th, Mars is passing into Pisces as well. So that's again your 3rd house. So even more energy into those topics. On the 16th, we have a full moon at 26 degrees of Libra, and that's your 10th house. You will feel it especially powerfully, strongly, if your MC, the cusp, the beginning of your 10th house, is around 26 degrees of Libra. So, of course, full moon, it's a culmination, and it can, 10th house is about work and status and mission in the world. So it can bring you rewards, recognition for your merits at work. It's like full moon is like projector shedding the light on you, because 10th house is the most visible point of our charts. So maybe you are really like acknowledged by people, by your environment, society, by your colleagues. 10th house is about elderly people, parents, or our superiors. So maybe you become manager or a boss, or open your own company, for example. Full moon is a culmination. It can be an ending. So maybe you're retiring and going on pension. Maybe you become a parent, your wife gives birth, or you become auntie, uncle, grandparent, right? So it's like a peak of something. Well, especially it could be in a short-term things, something that we have started 2 weeks ago or that have started 6 months ago when we had new moon in the same sign, possibly. So of course, like peak ending or news about parents or about your position in the world, status and work. With this full moon as well starts the eclipse season, because just in 2 weeks we will have the first eclipse for the year. But first thing first, on the 20th, Sun goes into Taurus, illuminating even more so your fifth house of children, romantic relationships, hobbies, and business. So where the Sun is, there is life and attention. 27th, beautiful day because Venus conjuncts Neptune in your third house. So it's a day of pleasant activities with your friends, family members, siblings, neighbors, maybe some charity work together for your neighborhood, because Venus and Neptune is about inspiration, art, compassion, charity, spiritual practices. So maybe the course you are enrolling to is about subconscious and spirituality, dream boards, manifestations, self-esteem. And yeah, because it's third house of communication, if you decide to make some spiritual practices, the most helpful will be meditation and praying, something that we use, speech, talking, and thinking processes. On the 29th, Pluto stations to go retrograde in the 28th degree of your sign. So that would be your first house. Now, Pluto is transiting Capricorn since 2008 and up until 2024. So of course, depends where is your ascendant. And when Pluto passes your ascendant, that would bring the biggest changes and transformations in your life. That's the essence of Pluto. It's like micro death and then rebirth as a new, stronger, wiser person. Now, when the planet stations to go retrograde, is like slowing down its movement and then stops and then turns its direction. So that's when the universe attention is towards this planet, and Pluto is such a far away and slow planet that this attention is for at least a week. So let's say the last week of April is life-changing for many Capricorns, especially, of course, the ones who have ascendant around 28 degrees. So that can be change of your look, of your appearance, change of the way you build a relationship, how people see you, how they perceive you, really maybe some attention to power dynamics in your relationship, like who has control, who has power, who invests what in relationships. Of course, Plutonic events are sometimes tough, crisis, something that we didn't want to deal with for a long time and we swept it under the carpet, but here it comes, almost like a explosion or a volcano, but we have to face them in order to deal with them and transform them. So that's you might feel this last week of April kind of blocked, yeah, kind of intense. Or of course, there can be this explosion and cleansing, purification in a sense, as we said, especially about you and your relationships, your health as well. So pay attention to your body and your health. And of course, maybe some intensity about your personal projects and initiations. On the 30th, Mercury goes into Gemini, that's your sixth house. So a lot of communication at work, maybe new colleagues, younger colleagues, maybe a lot of contracts to sign at work, or negotiate some legal aspects, maybe travel for work. The same day, 30th of April, we have the partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus. That's your fifth house. It's a lucky one. Solar eclipses are like 100 times stronger new moons, because there we have as well the participation of the karmic lunar node. In this case, it's Rahu, the north lunar node. So it's talking about future development. And in your case, it's about the topic of children or something you create, whether it's a child physically pregnancy or it's your creative hobby, business, exhibition, you write a book or you open a blog, you start showing people how to cook, whatever you really love doing and it's on your heart and you invest your emotions and heart and soul in it. Also, it could be, of course, fifth house, romantic relationships. So someone new maybe walks into your life. Now, it's important around eclipses not to do any drastic changes, decisions, burning bridges, because it's a karmic time of turmoil of energy. So it's good to just be present, be mindful, keep attention of what's going on, because it's the times, the weeks when universe does some course correction for us, of course, like gently, hopefully gently pushing us towards the initial plan of the soul when it was choosing to incarnate in your body, in your ego, mind, family, country, circumstances, and so on. So it's like, you know, going back to your original karmic path. So dear Capricorns, thank you for watching this video. I hope the information was useful, helpful, interesting for you. Thank you for liking my video, for subscribing to my channel. I wish you a really interesting, positive, and empowering month. See you soon.